Good afternoon. My name is Donna. I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. And don't forget the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net, netnewsnetwork.net. Make sure you check them out. Lots of fantastic talk show hosts on there. I'm just proud to be part of them. And really taking the truth, even if it hurts. But so going ahead and watch, get great information. Again, netnewsnetwork.net. Let's talk about cleaning tips. Who likes to clean? You know, it's that time of the year we gotta do it. I mean, you gotta clean the baseboards, the floor, you gotta clean the windows, you gotta clean the walls, you gotta clean everything up so you can have a nice house, right? Folks come over. The problem is people usually don't come into my house until I have everything turned upside down and I'm doing the house cleaning. So let's go ahead and get started. These are some really good tips right here. And this is found on goodhousekeeping.com. Goodhousekeeping.com. Nothing beats the feeling of accomplishment when you get a head start on spring cleaning. And that's something that you like to do. Okay, you've got to space it out over a list, over a couple of weeks. It might seem like an overwhelming task, and it is. The bigger your house, the harder it is. The more stuff you got, the harder it's going to be too. But the easiest way is just to take it room by room, appliance by appliance, with some good cleaning tips from Organizing and Cleaning Pros. So these people do it for a business. So let's go ahead and get started. Keep crumbs out of hard to reach places. This is like number one. Okay, let's see what they mean by that. There's a gap between your stove and your kitchen counter, and there's a good chance that food bits have made their way into this tight, dark space. So use the crevice tool on your vacuum to reach into this space. Then place a stove gap cover between that counter and the stove to cut down on the debris that falls out of view. Yeah, that kind of collects up. Okay, here's a good one right here, and it's fresh and white sneakers. Fresh and white sneakers. What do you mean by that? Okay, a bright new pair of white sneakers goes well with almost every outfit, but those cool new nicks can be magnets for dirt and debris. So here's how you clean them. Okay, so get a small bowl, mix 1 tablespoon of baking soda. You know, I use that for everything. It's an all-natural alternative. A half tablespoon of hydrogen peroxide and a half teaspoon of warm water until it kind of forms this really thick paste. You may have to add a little bit more water than that. Use an old toothbrush to gently scrub the shoes, and then rinse well with a damp cloth and allow to air dry away from the sun. For leather sneakers, you can skip the hydrogen peroxide. So that's going to clean them up. Okay, number 3, organize a refrigerator. That's one that I really need to dig into right now. Large refrigerators are great for big families, but they can really get cluttered fast. So to keep your fridge organized, remove the packaging from multi-packs of drinks and single-serve yogurts and use roll-out refrigerator bins to keep small items together. Good idea. And to help reduce food waste, rotate older food items to the front before you start adding those newer groceries, because it's easy to do. It's easy to pack it down there in the back, and then you finally get in there and decide to clean it up. I've done this from experience, I know. Then you find stuff that has to be thrown away, stuff you could have been eating and not wasting money on. Number 4, keep storage spaces organized. If you use your garage or an outdoor shed or the whole house like I do as a storage space for things that don't fit inside the house, consider adding the step-by-step strategy to your spring cleaning checklist. Start by organizing all your items into 3 piles. This is a grand idea. Stuff you want to keep, stuff you want to donate, and stuff you just want to toss. After you remove the donate and toss items, vacuum and clean the floor thoroughly. Then begin sorting the things you'll be keeping. Organize smaller items by product type in labeled bins, and then you can store them on shelves along the walls to maximize the floor space. And then for more organization tips, you can check out their website, goodhousekeeping.com, goodhousekeeping.com. And I'll tell you something, if you're going to donate items, and there's a lot of it, instead of taking several trips to Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop, give them a call. And what they'll do is bring a truck down, and you don't even have to lift a finger. they'll go ahead and load all that stuff into the truck, and then you'll get to write it off on your taxes for donation. So that's a good thing to do, and you're giving to a fantastic cause as well. Number 5, clean your doormats. Absolutely. Trap more dirt by using 2 mats, and I think this is a great idea. So in exterior and outside doors, 1 mat outside and 1 mat inside. So what you want to do is vacuum indoor mats on both sides. Going over the backs of the mats will push trapped dirt out onto the floor where it will be easy to pick it up. Then to refresh the outdoor mats, hose them off and then air dry. Okay, number 6. I think this is a good one right here. And that's spray down the windows and dust the blinds. So wait for the overcast day to clean your windows, okay? Otherwise, you're going to be doing this number right here. And start on the shady side of the house. Choosing sunny days is one of the most common window cleaning mistakes that you can avoid. So what you do is raise the blinds or the shades and wash the windows with a glass cleaner and a microfiber cloth. Those are real good. Or an old-fashioned newspaper. That works too. Then lower the blinds on the vinyl shades and dust them with a duster. Finish by vacuuming the fiber shades and the drapes. Wipe down walls. Who likes to wipe down walls? Got to be done. Rid painted walls of greasy fingerprints, dust, and stains by wiping them with a damp microfiber cloth or a clean, damp microfiber mop. Just be sure to start from the top and make your way to the bottom. Start top, go bottom. Okay, bonus points if you wipe the door frames and baseboards too. In between springtime, deep cleans, do spot cleaning with a damp microfiber cloth whenever you see stains or marks. Tile walls in bathrooms can be cleaned the same way, though you may want to pair the damp microfiber cloth with a disinfectant bathroom cleaner to take care of any germs as well. Now for walls with vinyl wallpaper, make sure to wring out the damp microfiber cloth or the clean damp microfiber map well to avoid any damage. Skip the water altogether if you're dealing with paper, fabric, or grass cloth wallpaper. For more in-depth instructions, you can also go to the website goodhousekeeping.com. Freshen up musky carpets. Okay, refresh your carpets through deep cleaning by using a portable carpet cleaner with a rotating brush. To rid your carpet of odors, sprinkle baking soda or carpet deodorizer on your carpet. I always like to use baking soda. Using a soft brush, work the baking soda into your carpet and let it set 15 to 30 minutes. Then vacuum the baking soda off the carpet with a fresh bag or clean dirt cup. Now, if you notice unsightly stains on your carpet, it's time for a deeper clean. So check out the expert guides they have at goodhousekeeping.com. De-stink the kitchen. De-stink the kitchen. So, what they're talking about. Okay, got kitchen stink you just can't get. You might already have the necessary ingredients already to freshen up your sink in the fridge right now. Try dropping a couple of lemon rind slivers down your garbage disposal. Turn it on for 15 to 30 seconds and then follow it with cold water and flush out any bits of lemon rind that remain. Do you know you can steam clean the microwave? Sure can. All you got to do is clean up those pesky tomato stains once and for all to clean out the microwave. What you want to do is fill a large microwave-safe bowl with 1 cup of water and a lemon, lime, or orange cut into thin slices, or several tablespoons of vinegar, and then just stick it inside. Turn on the appliance on high for several minutes or until the solution boils and the window is steamy. Then let it cool for just about 5 minutes before you open up the door. Remove the bowl and wipe the inside out with a microwave with a sponge. You're done. No problem whatsoever. Number 11, wash those reusable bags. You know, those little totes that you can get, make sure you wash those because you're carrying your groceries in, you know, you're trying to help the environment and what have you. And stuff's just going to get on it. You know, food will. So reusable grocery bags cut down on wasteful plastic, but they get grimy over time. So look for the care label on your reusable bag and determine the best way to clean it. So if they're not machine washable, clean them thoroughly with a sponge or a cloth dipped in sudsy water. You want to rinse with a clean cloth and then just let it dry. Okay, number 12, spruce up granite countertops. How do you do that? Dig out the granite polish to help restore shine and repel stains on your kitchen surfaces. So for daily wipe downs, use a specialized granite cleaner. And here's one they recommend. It's GH Seal Star. The mild formula cuts grease and it also removes surface stains without the damaging effects of vinegar or ammonia. And it won't leave behind a dull film like ordinary dish soap does. Number 13, give your home a refresh. Discover the brilliant ways to get organized and declutter and make over every room. So you can also get downloadable digital guides to make it easier than ever to give your home a refresh. Again, go to goodhousekeeping.com. Number 14, bring stained cutting boards back to life. How do I do that? Oh, it's easy with a lemon. Get that cutting board out, clean that up. It can become stained, so if you think you've got that nasty mark as a permanent, you could be wrong. So what you'll do is cut a lemon and get the cut side of that lemon over the board, help remove food and stains and smells. And then you can also, to give it a little bit extra cleaning power, sprinkle it with salt or baking soda first, then do it. I like to watch it fizz up. It's got that fizzy thing going on. You can talk the kids into cleaning stuff if you'll do that. Yeah, call it a science project. They'll like that. Deep clean the fridge. Now, in addition to wiping down your fridge interior shelving on a regular basis, give the removable bins and shelves a deep clean every now and then. So what you can do is pop out the door shelves and bins and wash them in warm soapy water to get rid of food bacteria and spillage. It's just going to happen. Don't forget to rinse everything well before putting the shelves and the bins back in. Number 16, shine up your pots and pans. There's nothing like copper. I love copper. But let's talk about how we can clean these. Soften burned on residue by adding water and dish liquid to your cookware and letting it simmer on the stove. After it's cooled a bit, use a scrub sponge or pad and remove any remaining stuck-on bits. Ketchup works. It really does. So, ketchup helps to dissolve tarnish on copper pots and other copper cooking accessories. All you got to do is massage the sauce over the surface and then a pinch of salt if you come across any exceptionally stubborn spots on there. No, we got to go into a commercial break. My goodness, I forgot all about that. We'll be right back in just a minute. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of the Cobb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere My Pillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have My Pillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing My Pillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. Okay, we are back. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I am your host of The Edge on IC Radio. We're talking about cleaning up your house and doing some spring cleaning, and I found this really, really good article right here. It's on goodhousekeeping.com, and we've been talking about those hard stains and things like that, how you can do it, cleaning and organizing, getting ready for the summer parties you're probably going to have. Okay, number 17, degunk your oven. Oh boy, doesn't that get nasty. So cleaning your oven is an essential part of spring cleaning, so you'll use appliances self-cleaning function to remove stubborn baked-on grime. Now, if your oven doesn't have one, place a hot, wet cloth on top of burned spots to help soften the gunk. Then what you can do is apply an oven cleaner, one like well, there's several of them out there. You can even get store brands that work really well. And let stand as long as the manufacturer tells you to do it. Okay, then rinse with a wet cloth, wipe dry, and then you're done. Okay, scrub down kitchen cabinets. Oh, I've got white ones. And you know what? I'm cooking all the time. I'm canning in the summertime. And it just kind of builds up. And then unsightly kitchen grime is a mix of dust and grease. And that does build up over time. So run the exhaust hood over your range every time you cook, just to kind of keep the grease from settling. Now, to degunk, use a cabinet cleaner to cut through dirt and leave wood moisturized. Do an extra pass around any places where dust collects, like doors and also drawer pulls. It can do that. Okay, I've got a do-it-yourself stainless steel cleaner for sparkling appliances. How are we going to do this? Easy. Mix a solution of 1 teaspoon of dish detergent and 1 quart of hot tap water. Using a microfiber cloth, rub the solution over the marks in small sections, just kind of little rubs, and then going with the grain. Rinse with clean hot water and dry immediately with a clean cloth. Easy to do. Okay, reorganize the junk drawer. Everybody's got one. Almost every drawer in my entire house is a junk drawer. But once you empty out the drawer, suck out the dust and crumbs with your vacuum nozzle. You'll toss or relocate any items you no longer need, don't need to be there. Everything else goes back, but this time in an organized manner. Repurpose pretty plates and bowls and store cords, stamps, and other odds and ends, or consider a drawer organizer. You can also be taken out on the go. The non-slip liner, I like to use those non-slip liners. They are awesome, and they help kind of keep everything in place. You can go to the Dollar Tree and those little organizers. They have them very inexpensive, and they hold up really well as well. And use those for organizers in your drawer. That way you're not spending a whole bunch of money. Number 21, machine wash your shower curtain. Yes. Put your plastic or vinyl shower curtain in the washing machine on the gentle cycle with your favorite laundry detergent and a couple of old towels for a little bit of extra scrubbing power. That works. Use white towels, so if you can, anything that's kind of a light color. Let the curtain hang dry before showering. To keep white and shower curtain liners cleaner longer, you can spritz them a few times a year with a bleach-containing all-purpose cleaner. Then just simply let the shower rinse out before you hop in, of course. Toss expired cosmetics. How long do we want to hold on to something that costs a whole lot of money and we think, oh, I got to keep it until I use it up? And it just sits there. It's in the way. It's clutter. It's taking up space. So getting rid of expired makeup, and by the way, makeup, eyeshadows, and stuff like that you've had a long time, that can really trap bacteria. So you need to do a house cleaning on that at least once a year. So not all products do have an expiration date, but many say how many months the product will last after opening. So to stay on top of their expiration date, use a thin dipped permanent marker to write on the date you opened it. Grand idea right there. I like that. Clean your makeup brushes. Yes, do that. To clean your makeup brushes, squeeze a few drops of baby shampoo or Dawn dish soap into your palm and rub the bristle tips into the soap. Then what you want to do is gently work with suds through all of them. Then you're going to rinse, hold the bristles down, by the way, under warm running water. Gently shake this over the sink to remove excess water, and then just lay them down on a paper towel to finish drying. I usually put mine up in my kitchen sink, and because there's a good sun that comes in there in the mornings. Okay, brighten up grout. Okay, white grout picks up, well, everything. It just does. So to clean the grout and help restore its sparkle, spray it with a top-tested grout cleaner. Let it set for several minutes and then scrub with a stiff brush, and then you want to rinse it. Something else you can do, get the kids involved with this. Clean it yourself. You mop it, really sweep it, mop it, and then just let the kids do this. Let them throw the baking soda out on your ceramic floors, and then let them throw the vinegar out there, just plain old white store brand vinegar. Then they're going to throw that out there as well. And they're going to have the biggest blast cleaning that for you because it's going to be fizzy. And even if they get some of it in their mouth, it's not going to hurt them. You know why? Because it's all natural. Baking soda, white vinegar. That does it every time. Keep drains smelling fresh. To freshen your drains and not unclog them, but keep them free flowing, mix a half cup of baking soda with 1/4 of a cup of table salt. Then you'll pour the mixture down the drain, followed by 1 cup of heated white vinegar. It'll foam and bubble. Just let it set for about 15 minutes. And then you'll follow by running hot tap water for at least 15 to 30 seconds. This is especially helpful for seldom used drains, like those in maybe your guest bathrooms. Clogged drains require a dedicated product every once in a while as well. Okay, number 26, you want to remove hard water buildup on your shower head. Hard water buildup can cause unsightly stains and even affects the shower head's water flow. So if scrubbing with a sponge doesn't clean the debris from the hose, you can clean it and restore its flow using a few kitchen products you probably already have in your home. So take note, this method is best suited for chrome fixtures. You want to mix equal parts of white vinegar and water in a plastic bag and tie the bag around the shower head, making sure to immerse the shower head entirely. Secure it with a twist tie. That'll do it. And then leave the bag around the shaft for up to an hour. Then you'll wipe away any residue left behind. So run the shower's hot water to flush the vinegar out of the shower head's opening. Now caution, to help prevent damaging decorative shower head finishes, choose instead to dunk a brush into the vinegar and water solution and then scrub its nozzles only. Then you'll flush the openings by turning on the hot water. Okay, number 27, vacuum soft furniture. Yeah, you want to do that. So pull the furniture away from the walls and vacuum behind and under it. Do the woodwork, air vents while you're there too. Then switch to an upholstery tool for your machine and go over both sides of the cushions and underneath them. The crevice tool is a great way to remove any gunk along the trim and also the stitching. You know, something else you got to do, and this is number 28, spruce up your curtains and decorative pillows in the dryer. Then think about that. Put your dryer to work and toss drapes, curtains, and even throw pillows into the dryer for 15 minutes on air only, or the lowest temperature your dryer offers. Then immediately rehang to avoid wrinkles. Good idea. Number 29, give your bookshelves a new life. Yeah, these behind me can use a new life too. After all those cozy winter reading sessions, your library may be in need of cleanup. Yeah, mine is. Take a few minutes to organize your coffee table books, bedside novels, or your favorite magazines. You can choose to alphabetize them, coordinate them by color, or sort them by size. Make sure to dust the shelves before putting anything back in place. Donate old books or magazines that are still in good condition to a local organization or your neighborhood's little free library. Yeah, do that. Number 30, dust the ceiling fans, please. Spring cleaning is all about tackling the areas you forgot about during the rest of the year, like when it's really cold. So grab an extendable duster and then attack those ceiling fans hanging in access lights, recess lights, and your molding and more. Be sure to start the cleaning here from top to bottom. Don't go bottom top. You'll get dust, and you'll just wind up doing the job twice if you do it that way. Make sure to start the cleaning here from top to bottom so you don't have to vacuum your floors twice. That's a good idea. Number 31, replace air conditioner filters. You need to do that all the way through the year anyway. But spring is a good time to clean or replace HVAC and window air conditioner filters before you start to see them regularly in the summer months. It's best to check with your unit's manufacturer for the recommended way to clean the filters if they're washable. Another thing that you really need to do, and this is number 32, and that's clean the kids' toys. They're playing with them. They've caught a cold. You need to do this all through, especially during the winter months, okay? They've got a cold. Other kids have come over. They've all coughed over them, sneezed, what have you. You need to clean these toys, okay, often. So when it comes to cleaning kids' toys, don't overlook the convenience of your dishwasher or your washing machine. For plastic toys, choose the crystal or quick cycle of your dishwasher and skip the heated dry. You don't heat them dry, they'll melt. For stuffed animals, check the care labels, and if washing is available, then place them in a mesh bag or a pillowcase before throwing them into the washing machine or the gentle cycle. A quick once over with a lint roller will help that too. Number 33, I've got time for this one. Wash bulky bedding. Okay, your Mr. My Pillow stuff by Mike Lindell. It's go to mypillow.com. Use promo code Donna, by the way, to get some super deals. It's time to tackle bulky items you typically avoid. Clean these comforters and wash those pillows. You need to clean those items only 2 to 3 times a year. Also, they should be at the top of your list during spring cleaning season. Be sure to check the manufacturer's label before tossing those into the washing machine. We're going to have to call it a day. This is part 1. Part 2 is coming up in just a few minutes, and we're going to be talking about spring cleaning. We got through number 33, and we got quite a few more to go. We're going to be talking about how to kill dust mites in your mattress. Yeah, I want them gone. My name is Donna. I am your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Make sure you check out the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. I'll see you again in just a few minutes. Welcome back. My name is Donna Fiesel, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, Abundance Television, syndicated on worldwide television through Apple, Amazon Fire, and all kinds of means to do that. You know, you can find us also on Roku. Don't forget the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. netnewsnetwork.net. We'll be glad to see you on that side as well. We've been talking about spring cleaning. Who likes to do spring cleaning? I don't really like doing it, but it's something that you have to do, and you got to have some time in which to do that as well. Get rid of everybody, put on some beautiful classical music or hard rock or 70s stuff, always the best, or country music, whatever your favorite music is, and put that inside your ears and just put that music on. You'll find you'll get it done a whole lot faster. So we're up to number 34, and that's kill dust mites in your mattress. If you could get a magnifying glass and see what's inside your mattress, you'd freak out. But let's just don't even go there. But let's just talk about this. It's the ideal time to pay attention to what's under the sheets. To deep clean your mattress, first use a top performing clothing steamer, and that kills the dust mites near the surface. Now, you'll want to vacuum the mattress afterwards. Make sure to press firmly with your vacuums, upholstery, and crevice tools to clean the top and the sides. Now, after vacuuming, sanitize the mattress with a disinfecting spray. And there's a real good one with Lysol. It's Lysol Fabric Disinfectant Spray. It's a real good one. Number 35, toss or donate old clothes. Go through the clothes and the shoes. We talked about the garage in the last segment. And we also mentioned Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop. They do have a truck. You got to call them, set up an appointment, and they will come and pick your items up. Now, if it's just one bag, go take it yourself. But if it's a lot of things that can fit in, you've got extra furniture, just all kinds of stuff, you're just doing a massive clean out, go ahead and call them. Set up an appointment, they'll come and pick it up. And they'll lift everything. You don't have to do anything but just point. You just go, get that, get that, get that, get that. You can do that, and then you don't have to worry about it. And also, you can write this stuff off on your taxes. Now, wherever you live, if you don't have a Shepherd's Cove, you probably don't. It's unique to our North Alabama area. You can find a donation center. Call the ones that might come and pick it up for you. Okay, that'll save a little bit of time. And they should be glad to get it. Okay? Now go through clothes and shoes through the season that just ended and remove anything that's stained or is in need of repair or is just plain old worn out. Make a second pass through your spring and summer clothes as you take them out of storage, and then try on anything you're unsure about before giving it a closet space. And I can't wait to do it this year because I've lost some weight. I can't wait to get those summer clothes out, so I'm going to feel really good about myself. Make sure I don't put any weight on before then. But anyway, try on everything you're unsure of. Drop off items that are in good condition, but just aren't your style anymore, or at your local clothing donation site, or again, call Shepherd's Cove if you're here locally. Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop, located on Highway 431 in Albertville, Alabama. Okay, number 36, clean your washing machine. I've had people say that before, and one time somebody, you got to clean your washing machine. And I said, I got to clean my washing machine. Isn't the washing machine, isn't it already clean? No, it's not, because it builds up gunk. I'm just telling you. Before you start to notice an odor, you need to clean your washing machine by adding bleach and turning on the special washer cleaning cycle on your machine. Or use a washing machine cleaner like GH Seal Star. Tide washing machine cleaner is what that is. Okay, number 37, defuzz the dryer. You can defuzz the dryer? Yep, more than 15,000 fires start in home laundry rooms every year, according to the National Fire Prevention Association. So beyond removing the fuzz from your dryer's filter after every load, pull out hard-to-reach lint from the crevice tool on your vacuum to suck up debris. Vacuum under, around, and behind the dryer as well. You want to unplug the dryer and use your vacuum's hose to clean as far into the dryer vent as possible. Okay, something nobody hardly ever does, and it's something you carry with you. You use it every single day, probably most of the day, more than you use your toothbrush. You know what that is? It's your cell phone. It gets filthy. So let's talk about that for just a minute. Bad news, your cell phone probably harbors more germs than your toilet seat. I don't doubt it. What do? We get mad, we're talking, we're spitting at people, we're doing all this kind of stuff using the cell phone. It gets filthy. I don't even want to use anybody else's cell phone. Mine's bad enough. So I can, with my own germs is one thing. So you should try to clean your phone at least a few times a week. Power it down. You need to do that. Otherwise, you'll be putting some settings in the phone you didn't know you wanted. Okay? So turn it off. Power it off. Then you want to wipe it with a microfiber cloth followed by Lysol disinfecting wipe. Make sure it stays wet for 4 to 5 minutes before you turn it back on. Letting it set this long allows the disinfectant to work. Then let it air dry. The same method works for cleaning other electronic. Did you know your TV remote's kind of filthy too? You've been sitting there eating pizza, watching the ball games, and you got pizza grease and stuff all over your cell phone. It's dirty. You got to clean it. Same method works for cleaning other. Oh, and your computer mouse can be like another filthy thing, okay? And also your keyboard. You can get that air. It's called spray air because everybody's eating cookies and everything else while they're on the internet playing surfing on the internet. So you need to get that and kind of clean that out too. It's just something else we don't think about. Okay, number 39, empty, organize, and clean your handbags. Especially mine. So what do? We're at church, Phil wants a cough drop, and then I give him a cough drop. What do? I don't throw it in the floor at church. Even though we do go to the cowboy church, I still don't throw it in the floor. I get his wrapper, and then I'm tossing it in my purse. And then when I clean the purse out, I find 50 wrappers from chewing gum to candy to whatever. And by the way, like the candy and stuff, especially the sticky stuff, make sure that you roll it all in a ball, then throw it in your purse. That way you won't be cleaning sticky, funky stuff, candy from your purse. Okay, take everything out, toss, trash, and organize items by category, just like you do your clothes, just like you did the garage. Small things are done that way too. So sort smaller items like your lipsticks into little pouches or little purse organizers before you put them back in. You want to wipe down the exterior with a disinfecting wipe if the purse is made with a durable, water-resistant material. Be really careful about that. Number 40, clean your vacuum. Did I misread that? Yes, you have to clean your cleaners. Replace the vacuum bag or clean the dust cup and replace or wash the filters. Snip threads snarled in the brush with scissors or a seam ripper. Seam ripper would be really good. I didn't think about that. That's a good tip right there. Now, I have one of those that has it's like a built-in bag, and I take, every time I vacuum, because it's got this long hair and all this stuff in the vacuum cleaner. So what I do is I go ahead and take it out then to the trash and put it in a bag, a plastic bag, and then I throw it in the trash can. So I do it every single time. If you'll do that, I'm telling you, I got the cheapest vacuum cleaner like back in the year 2005. And we were living in Oxford then. And so I took this vacuum cleaner to Charlotte. It lasted all those years we lived in Charlotte. And then when we moved here in 2013, I brought it back. I only had to replace that vacuum cleaner. I had it for almost 20 years, and it was the cheapest thing you could find at Walmart. But the reason it lasted so long is because I cleaned it. I took the bag out. It was one of those that has this little thing, control thing that goes into. It's not a bag. It's a little plastic thing. But I cleaned it every single time. And every time I emptied it every single time, and I think that's why that thing lasted for about 20 years. Again, it was like really cheap. Back then, I think it was about $50 or something like that. Now it'd be like $150. But anyway, it did last that long. Okay, now another thing you want to think about is wash your broom. Washing your broom is a smart thing to do too. So you want to clear your dust bunnies stuck on your broom's bristles by swishing the broom head around in a warm soapy water, or by vacuuming it with the end of a vacuum hose. Okay, now number 42, and then empty the vacuum, like I told you. It's just going to last years if you'll do it that way. Number 42, scrub trash cans. Trash bags break, and when they do, guess what? Stuff goes into the trash can. and it stinks up your whole house. It'll be, heaven forbid, it be like a tuna can or something like that. So you need to wash the outside of the trash can, hose it down, scrub the inside with your favorite dish soap and a sponge. Rinse it well and either allow it to air dry or dry it with a microfiber cloth before returning it to the kitchen. I've got a deck that's like really, it gets hot out there, and so when I clean things, I want it to dry in a hurry. I put it up on that table out there and it dries in absolute no time. Now, regularly use a sanitizing wipe or spray to keep the outside of the trash can free of food bits and drips. Do that. You'll thank me later. Number 43, and then we're going to get into a commercial break. Wipe down outdoor furniture. With warmer weather on the horizon, we hope. I've been dying for warm weather here for months. It's time to get your outdoor furniture ready for lounging. To do this, add a squirt of dishwashing detergent into a bowl of warm water. Then wipe down tables and chairs and spray them with water and let them just plain old air dry. And that's just going to be super awesome. Okay, let's go on ahead and go into a commercial break, and we're going to be right back in just a few minutes, I promise. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors, and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdylawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
Are you ready?
We all wonder what tomorrow will bring, but the future lays itself at the feet of the prepared and surrenders to the will of the persistent. It's not easy, but today shapes you so you can shape tomorrow. With Northeast Alabama Community College, when the future asks if you're ready, you can answer
yes.
Begin your future at Northeast Alabama Community College.
At At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, Abundance Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, all social media sites on Facebook, Twitter. When they don't kick me off of YouTube, well then, we're there as well. But all the others, Rumble, all the good ones. And then also the podcast, which is on netnewsnetwork.net, netnewsnetwork.net. So I wanted to cover, we just talked about spring cleaning, and I'm tired of all that. I don't want to clean anymore. How about you? I'm not in the mood to do that. Let's just talk about something fun. Let's talk about what's in my cart. 13 affordable items to energize your home for spring. I'm ready. And I know you probably are too. You can find this on goodhousekeeping.com. I promised them that I would mention their name a lot, so here we are, goodhousekeeping.com. Okay, so 13 affordable, I like that even better. 13 affordable things that you can use. Something that really brighten up your home is just changing out throw pillows. I get the kind that have the little zippers, or you can use Velcro. You can make your own by using Velcro, by the way. It'll last. Even with your dog or cat wallowing all over it. You can throw it in the washing machine and keep it clean as well. But I like seasonable pillows. Now, for the most part, I pretty much will keep spring-looking ones in the house all year long. But at Christmas, I like to decorate and have some pretty Christmas pillows, And again, they're not disposable. They're the kinds you can wash. Take the zipper out of the Velcro, put it in the washing machine, put it up for the next season. So, it's fresh. It puts you in a really good mood, but they're really pretty light pillows. I think this one is pretty. It just yells springtime, doesn't it? That's pretty. I like that. Use calming colors. If you have, say, brown walls or maybe light color, beigey looking walls or maybe white or whatever. I've got kind of a slate bluey gray looking color walls. So I like to use blues. It makes me think of the beach. It puts me in a really good mood. So it feels like me in a good mood, by the way. But using cushions is one of the easiest way that you can transition your living room winter to spring is just with the right throw pillows. Draw attention from nature and go for the artsy designs, like an ocean look or something like that. I got sunflowers. I just do all kinds of stuff in mine. Okay, Havenside Home round indoor outdoor metallic gold metal planter set. But you know what? You can do your own. Now let's look at this. It's got a kind of a hefty price tag on it. I'm not going to tell you how much. I don't want to turn you off. But you know something? You can make your own. Go to the Dollar Tree or the Dollar General and get their pots. Get metallic paint. Now get the kind that's kind of got, it's got a base to it as well. You got to shake it up really good, you know, make sure you do that. And it's best to do 2 light layers than to do 1 thick one, because if you do the thick layers, you're going to get this stuff that rolls down. Now the paint that I used on this right here, I found this at a yard sale, and it was just, I mean, it was just dirty, and I cleaned it up and it still looked horrible. So, and I cleaned it with every possible thing I could, and I just couldn't get the stains off of it. So what I did, I got a spray paint, and it's made by Krylon. You can get it at Amazon.com. And what you'll do, it's got a paint and a primer in it. So see there, you don't see anything running down. It's just as smooth as it can possibly be. But what I did is I took it outside on the deck where that sun deck is, and that sun just like a magnet shining down there. So what I did is I did 2 light layers, and see how smooth it is. And then I put these little flowers. Those are made out of, I know they're made out of cans, tin cans. Yeah, these are made out of tin cans. And you can do them. But anyway, those metallic planters look really, really good. It kind of gives you this little classy look out there on your deck. And I think it's pretty. So snag your favorite plants and showcase them in these really pretty with a gold finish. And it's set designed to be used both indoors and outdoors. So the possibilities are absolutely endless. And again, if you'll use the kind with a good primer on it, and then put a sealer over it, you'd be able to use this outside. And you'd be able to get just a plastic planter, and then use that metallic paint, put a sealer over it. It is going to look good outside forever. Okay, you know, these really cute little handmade baskets are really pretty. And I'll tell you something else you can do. Now this one's pretty pricey right here, but it's really pretty. But I'll tell you something else you can do. You can go to Shepherd's Cove, and you can look in the handbag section. And you're going to see these cute handbags that are woven, or they're made out of, you know, some kind of a basket-like material. You can spray paint those. Spray paint doesn't cost that much, and it goes a long way. Get the good stuff though. Get the one with a primer, like I mentioned earlier, and then just spray paint that thing on, and it's going to look good. And then put a sealer on it, and you can use it outside. You can put some plants in it. You can just do all kinds of stuff with it. Keep your use it for your little basket when you're going out and you're getting your tomatoes. It just looks kind of cool. It just looks fashionable. Yeah, you can be fashionable with a garden. Okay, now here are some berry baskets. And these are really nice. And those things are like 20 bucks a piece. But you know what you can do? Your berries are not going to spoil if you use something like this. These are ceramic baskets right here. Okay, and they're as cute as they can possibly be. You can go to the Dollar Tree, and I'll tell you what you can do. You get some of that paint and get it in yellow and spray paint that on. And also you can get the texture paint that looks kind of like, I mean, it looks like metal. So you can get that metal looking stuff, put it on the cheap stuff you find at the Dollar Tree, and which this is good. Because you know what? Everything is a fashion. I've learned not to spend a whole bunch of money on the latest in thing. Not when you can do something yourself. Okay, you can do case designs. Space, and this is going to put you in a good mood. So this is like for your, now I like this because it's like really super durable, and I'm dropping phones all the time. I've been able to keep this one for quite a while. So this is a case design. Get cases, you can go to the $5 store and get cases like on 50-cent day or 25-cent day, and get some pretty floral designs on them. That's going to put you in a good mood. You know something else that you can do? You can get signature candles, hotel lobby signature candles. But you know what you can do? Get your own candles. Tell you what you can do. Get a can, a tin can. I made flowers out of these. Get a tin can, spray it with that metallic paint, and let it dry really good. Pour your own candles. Get some of the kids' old crayons they haven't used. You need to get a wick and put it in the middle. And then pour that candle away. Oh, and add some kind of fragrance to it so it smells good. And then put that into your little tin can. Put a nice little bow on it, and it's going to look pretty. Yeah, and they've used a pink. Why not get metallic pink? That'd look really good sitting in your house too. It's going to make you think of springtime. I love sunburst. nothing speaks the 1970s, or 1960s, excuse me, like a sunburst. So this is a tin can. So what I did, this is the bottom of the tin can right here. So now it's going to take these really, really good snips, okay? These are like metal snips. And so what you can do is just, you need to get the rim off of the top of it. And then what you're going to do is just cut this. And I like the design. See the design that's in, this is the inside right here. And look, I've got something that makes me think of the 1960s. Mother used to have this clock. I wish I had it. I probably wound up at Goodwill or something. She got tired of it. But anyway, it's a clock. It's a clock on the inside of it. And I don't know, sunburst is just pretty. And it screams summertime and it screams spring. But here's one. You can make your own with tin cans. And just put a little mirror on the inside of it. You got it going. Now this has two tin cans together. I don't know if you can see. So see, here's the bottom, and then I made the same design on this one, a different design on this one. So this is the inside. Now what I had to do is cut this one shorter, okay, so that you could kind of see the sunburst going on with it. It looks kind of like a little sunflower right there. And when you've got this thing outside and the sun hits it, all those little glitter pieces, I mean, they look awesome. Okay, I've got some more I want to tell you about. Did you know striped tablecloths are it? Get some material or go to Shepherd's Cove Thrift Shop and you'll find these for like almost nothing. And it just screams springtime. It's springtime. It's time to be happy. It's warm outside. Okay, this is a really pretty hanging basket. Now at H&M this thing costs $25, but you can do your own. So go to Shepherd's Cove and look in their basket. They have a place. It's like a big bin with just a whole bunch of baskets in it. And then you can put your own. Just get some, some, I don't know what you call it, kind of like rope locking like stuff on a string, and just put that in it and get a little loop, tie a loop in it, and you got yourself a hanging basket. And it costs probably less than $2, I would say, instead of $25. Also, make your own floral wreaths. You can do that. A lot of stores will mark down their flowers at the end of the season. And this is a pretty one, and it takes like no time to make that. So what you can do is just get one of those floral rings and get some really pretty flowers and just hang that on your door. Hang it outside, out there at the deck, and it looks pretty. Okay, I've got time for a few more. Okay, let's see. Oh, this is pretty right here. It's $15 at Etsy. You can find some real pretty, but this is like a journal cover. And look, it's a painting right there. Do your own painting. Anybody can paint. All you've got to do is get some watercolors. Just spread it. Just all over a piece of, make sure that it's a good painting medium, okay? But the watercolors do really well. And then put that on the outside of a book. Kind of like what my friend Loretta did. See, she made this book. So you can make your own book, give these things out. See, she got some hot glue and she put this little ribbon on here as well. And I really like it's got the tree of life on it. I use this one for my gardening ideas and stuff like that. But anyway, these are some items that you can make, and you don't have to pay all these full prices for it. You can make it yourself. And so it's going to seem like spring outside. Thank you so much for watching The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television. Channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Again, thank you so much for watching. It's so good to be with you today. I'm looking forward to seeing you again soon. You take care. Good afternoon. My name is Donna and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Shorty Communications and Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. So goodhousekeeping.com. I promised them I would go on ahead and mention their website several times, so here we are. They have some good articles right here. I see one. It's about your hair, how to make your hair grow faster and stronger. I must already be doing this. I think hereditary has a lot to do with it. My granddad really, and my grandmother had really thick hair. Mother has really thick hair, and I got it too. But here we go. Let's see if this is some things I'm actually doing here. So trying to grow your hair longer or getting thicker hair can be an endless waiting game. While hair is the fastest growing tissue in the human body, according to Technological Society, the average rate of hair growth is 0.5 to 1.7 centimeters per month, or anywhere from about 2 to 8 inches per year. That growth can feel minimal, especially when you're waiting for it to happen. So everybody's wanting long hair, okay? So let's talk about this. It's normal to shed between 50 and 100 hairs per day, according to the American Society of Dermatology Association. But if you think your hair is really stunted, there are certain tweaks you can to make your hair to day-to-day hair care regimen to boost your hair growth. You can try using a different hairbrush, adjusting how often you use your hair dryer, or dial down damage to your hair, or adding in hair growth oils and foods to make hair grow quicker in your routine. Now, these are the secrets and home remedies that grow hair fast, according to top dermatologists, celebrity hairstylists, skincare experts, and our own Good Housing Institute Beauty Lab pros. There's something right here about hair dryer. That's one thing. I never use a hair dryer on my hair. So what I do is I wash my hair and I let it air dry. That might have something to do with it. For sure. And I know it makes it softer and it makes it more manageable. My hair is just really thick, coarse stuff. So if I use a hair dryer, it's going to look like broom straw or a horse's tail or something like that. So that may be why. It's because I don't use a hair dryer. Now, number one, they say, is to get frequent trims. It may seem counterintuitive, but if you want long hair that's actually healthy, you got to get regular trims. Now, while haircuts don't make your hair grow any faster, they get rid of split ends. That may be what the difference is right there. And those split ends break your hair. A celebrity stylist named Michael DeRoss, based out of Los Angeles, says this. And he says, eliminating the breakage gives the appearance that your hair is growing faster. Makes sense. After all, a split end that breaks can lead to your hair losing length, not to mention shine, volume, and smoothness. That just may be it, Also, eat the right diet. Now, I like to eat out, don't get me wrong, but I don't do the fast food thing that often. But having long, strong hair doesn't just depend on which products you put on your hair. It also depends what you put into your body. To promote hair growth, you need to feed your hair from the inside. So what foods make hair grow quicker? Those high in protein. Boy, I eat peanut butter like it's going out of style. It's good. It's a good, protein thing. I just love peanut butter. So what foods make it grow quicker? Those high in protein, the building blocks of hair, including meat and other sources. So try increasing your protein intake with foods like fish, beans, nuts, and whole grains. That's all the foods we eat around here. Also, if you're not a meat lover, you should still aim at maintaining a high diet in protein for hair growth. Women who don't get enough of it often experience more hair shedding. And steer clear of trendy cleansers for a multitude of reasons. Doing a cleanse is terrible for your hair because you're depriving your body of nutrients. So after doing a cleanse for even a week, you'll notice slower hair growth and lackluster locks. That's neat to know. Okay, add a hair healthy vitamin to your AM routine. Now, if your diet isn't supplying you with enough nutrition, a supplement could make a world of difference. So look for a good multivitamin that's formulated and labeled for hair, skin, and nails. I need some help with the nails, I'll tell you that. Those contain important vitamins like biotin, C, and B that can support hair health. Good Housekeeping Institute Nutrition Lab Deputy Director Stephanie Sayas suggests these vitamins and minerals to contribute to healthier hair. So here's what she suggests. Vitamin A, vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc. You know, we all started taking zinc when COVID was around. Iron and omega-3 fatty acids. Okay, also number 4. This sounds pretty good. Shampoo less and hydrate more. How often do you shampoo your hair? Does actually impact your hair's health. So shampooing your hair only 2 to 3 times a week allows your natural oils to penetrate your hair, allowing it to hydrate and repair itself. So for thicker and fuller looking hair fast, choose a shampoo labeled volumizing or thickening. I sure don't want to go there. But anyway, that makes sense. So, coating your strands in a silky deep conditioner or hair mask or a hair detangler regularly can also help prevent damage while detangling strands. Slather on a store-bought or do-it-yourself hair mask from root to tip once a week. One with cinnamon can stimulate blood circulation and encourage stronger, longer hair in no time. You know something I like to do, and it makes your hair really shiny. And what happens is after a while of using shampoo, I like to alternate shampoos, by the way, and I get like really cheap shampoos. I don't get the expensive stuff. And you don't have to if you do what I'm going to tell you to do. So this is what you do. I use something like Suave, whatever's on sale. It doesn't really matter. So what I'll do is I'll wash my hair, and then I will use white vinegar. Now, if you use red vinegar, it's going to put kind of a red looking color on your hair. So I use white vinegar. And so I shampoo my hair, and about a half a cup because my hair's so long and thick. Normal hair, probably a quarter cup. But anyway, about a half a cup. And then I'll go ahead and put that in my hair, and I let it set for just about a minute or so. And I rinse it out. And what that's doing is it's getting rid of all the buildup from the shampoo and from the conditioner that I put on previously. And hairspray, you know, you're always putting hair products and stuff on your hair. And it gets rid of that, and it makes your hair so squeaky clean. But now I have to have a conditioner because my hair is so coarse. I mean, look at that. See, it's coarse hair. I could probably pull a train on my hair. It's so coarse and thick. And then I use my hair conditioner, and I let it stand for just about a minute. Now, I rinse the hair conditioner out as much as I possibly can, okay? Because I can't, if you leave very much hair conditioner in your hair, I can't use the leave-on conditioners. It kind of weighs my hair down. So I just use white vinegar, and I mean, that's what I do. People stop me in town and say, "What do you do to your hair?" And I go, "Nothing." If I told you, you'd think I was lying because it looks like it's just cheap. I mean, I don't like spending money when I don't have to. I probably spend less money on my hair than anybody on earth does. But that's what I do. Shampoo your hair. And I just do one. And I only shampoo my hair about once or twice a week. And my hair is oily. And washing your hair, brushing your hair every day does a lot too, because what it does takes those natural oils that are in the scalp and it pulls it down into your hair. So if you'll just simply do that, you'll have shiny hair, and everybody's going to be stopping you in town. You'll be at the grocery store looking at watermelons, and people are going to go, "What do you do to your hair? Your hair looks so good." And and by the way, I get the store brand white vinegar too. Store brand's just as good as the national brand. So that's even more. I'm saving even more money. And it takes me forever to go through it. Well, not me, because I clean with vinegar and everything too. But, you know, you don't have to spend a ton of money on your hair. I just promise you, you don't have to do that. Okay, but I do like to do hair masks when I get time. I've not done one in probably 6 months. I really need to. Number 5, lay off the bleach. Going from a darker shade to a light blonde could stand between you and your longest possible hair. When the cuticle of the hair is damaged from bleach, you can have more breakage or split ends. Now, my hair is by the way, fewer chemical treatments, the better your hair will grow. So I color my hair, and I did a video on how I do that, because I've got the brown, which was like the natural hair color, and so I'll pull my hair in a ponytail, and I get the cheapest hair color too, and so I just use my fingers, and I'll just, gloves, and so I mix the hair color up, and then I'll get my gloves, and this covers the gray too. So what you do is just go under your hair, under the bottom. I do it 2 different times. So like first of the month, I'll do like the bottom, then I'll do the top, like in the middle of the month or whatever. And so just use your fingers to do that. Now, when you're ready to do the top part, do the same deal. So you just mix the hair color, get your fingers with the gloves on, and just finger the hair color throughout your hair. And I promise I don't spend a lot of money on my hair. You'd have to know how I really am. Number 6, avoid excessive heat styling. Stop overstyling your hair. So if you must use heat, he recommends you decrease the temperatures and always use a heat protectant. Otherwise, you risk damaging your hair, leading to breakiness and fuzziness. Yeah, you don't want to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and cut to a commercial break, and we shall return in just a few minutes. The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park, and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors, and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number 1 as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Donna is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Donna's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes.
At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant.
Okay, we are back. My name is Donna and I'm your host of The Edge on ICU Radio. We're talking about your hair. How can you make it grow longer? Some of the things are just things that, it's just common sense stuff. You don't have to spend a ton of money on your hair. And so we talked a little bit earlier, one of the top things right here they say is get frequent trims. And that really works. But the guy makes total sense. He said, what you're doing is you're cutting off the dead ends. And it makes your hair look longer. You're just kind of tricking the system, I guess, so to speak. So get frequent trims, eat the right diet, eat the good foods, add hair healthy vitamins to your hair, and those vitamins are vitamin A, C, and E, zinc and iron, and omega-3 fatty acids. I haven't done this in a long time, but I used to take these fish kind of capsules. They're in kind of like this little gelatin pill, and that's real good for your hair as well. It's been a while. I need to get some more of those. Shampoo your hair less and hydrate more. And I only wash my hair about once or twice a week. The weird thing about my crazy hair is my hair does better when it's dirty. It's aggravating, but if I wash my hair every day, I'd never get anything with it. Avoid excessive heat styling. I don't use a hair. I don't blow dry my hair. I let it dry naturally, and with the humidity that we have here in Alabama, that's not a problem, especially in the summer months. So there you go. Number 7, and I kind of touched on this just a few minutes ago, and that's brush your hair regularly. So going to bed with unbrushed hair may seem tempting when you're tired. And it does, but giving your hair a few quick strokes can be great for your hair and scalp's overall health. So starting at the scalp, use a boar bristle brush to distribute your scalp's oil evenly into your hair so it stays naturally moisturized. That does work. And what I found it does, so you've got oils that are all over the scalp of your head, okay? And it's between your head and your hair. So what you're basically doing is you're getting the brush and you're brushing your hair. You're brushing those oils throughout your hair, throughout the length. See, and it goes all the way down here. And I think that probably helps not to break it as often as well. So use that soft bristle to do that. When I was a teenager, I used to brush my hair all the time, and it was always growing. I mean, it grew really fast. And so the simple step of brushing your hair each night helps to increase the circulation, which helps to make your scalp healthier. And it does make sense. I used to brush like 100 times on each side. 100 times on each side. That took forever to do that. That's before I got married. I had to like cook and clean and do all this other stuff. I didn't have that much to do then. Number 8, keep your showers cooler and focus on scalp care. A hot shower can dehydrate your skin. It's also rough on your hair. So turn the water temperatures down when you're cleansing. Give your scalp just a little bit extra love. Massage with your fingers as you shampoo to deeply degunk and help boost your circulation. We got to a commercial break. if you're looking at this right now, Phil, make sure you go back just a little bit. I started to kind of cough. I've just got 9 more minutes to go. Then I'll be through. I put it on pause. So you're gonna see me talking.
I didn't know if you had anything left or not.
I've got 9 minutes left. I gotta get through this. Okay, we are back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, Abundant Television, found on Roku, Apple, Amazon Fire. Check out the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. I'm talking about hair. How do you make it grow longer, faster? And so protect your hair from hot water, okay? I know it's tempting to do. I like hot showers and all that kind of stuff. But it does dry your scalp, and it also dries your skin as well. Number 9, protect hair from physical damage. Hair is especially susceptible to breakage when it's wet, so instead detangle your hair before shampooing. Water exposure swells and stretches the hair shaft, which causes the shingle-like outer layer to lift, and adding stress from brushing in that state can cause it to break. So if you have to detangle your hair when it's wet, do it the right way. So what you want to do is apply a top-rated leave-in conditioner from the roots to the end and use a gentler wide tooth comb. Oh, I use those. They're really, really wide tooth. And use that for detangling your hair. Like when I'm working out in the yard and I throw my hair in a ponytail or put my cap on and all that kind of stuff, it gets tangled up, it gets sweaty and all that kind of stuff. So I do use my big tooth comb. That also reduces friction, working from the ends in small sections to prevent tearing your hair. That might do it, okay? Another thing, number 10, is sleep on a silk pillowcase. Getting better hair overnight is possible. All you need is to switch up your pillowcase and reap this healthy benefits of silk. Silk is easier on your hair. It helps avoid tangles and breakage. Yeah, I guess so, because it slides right off. Also, the less breakage your hair experiences, the longer your hair will be. In fact, it's so good that the Housekeeping Institute even conducted an entire study to find the best silk pillowcases. That's pretty cool. Okay, try using, and I'm going to spell this. I'm going to butcher this up if I try to pronounce it. It's Minoxidil. I'll spell that for you again. Minoxidil. In other words, pick up a bottle of Women's Rogaine. And this recommends this guy, who's the GH Beauty Director, or woman, April Franciso. Now, the active ingredient is an FDA approved and proven to help stop hair loss and promote hair regrowth with continued use according to packaging instructions. So, for a more targeted solution, you can pick up hers 2%, and it's a topical solution, and use the dropper applicator to focus on more specific hair areas. Now, be wary of shampoos that claim to grow hair. Hair growth from shampoo has yet to be scientifically proven, at least in published research to FDA standards, says Jeannie Thomas, PhD, principal scientist at Procter & Gamble Beauty. Now, when do you need to talk to your doctor about hair loss? Underlying causes of hair loss could be contributing to your hair's slow or lack of growth. It's estimated that more than 50% of women will experience noticeable hair loss, according to Cleveland Clinic, and that doesn't count those born with wispy or sparse strands. Hair that's naturally thin in diameter is fine, or sparse is genetic. Like Phil has really thick hair. I mean, he has a lot of hair, I'll say. He's got a lot of hair, but it's really thin. So, I mean, his hair looks like really good. I wish I had his instead of mine. So, hair loss is often hereditary thinning, which leads to, it could be patchy. So, another common type of hair loss is telogen. It's TE is what the word is on that. But I'll go ahead. I know telogen, but it's EFF Luvium. Now you can find this on goodhousekeeping.com and look up hair growth and you'll find it there. But overall shedding due to hormones or health issues such as thyroid disease, also anemia can be the cause of it. Now with TE, hair generally grows back once the problem is treated. You need to see a doctor for a diagnosis. Now for this loss, the over-the-counter topical mentioned also stimulates growth with scalp injections of your blood's growth factors. So consult a dermatologist to find out if it's right for you. You need to do that. Now the experts that are in this right here are really good, so I think this is a good thing. I like this article really well. And this is in the beauty section, so you go to goodhousekeeping.com and check beauty. And that's where I found this hair growth thing right here. Now they've also got top tested beauty products, 11 of the best tested shampoos at Walmart. Again, I just use the cheap stuff. I don't even fall for that. If you'll just use the white vinegar in your hair, that will get rid of all of the buildup that gets on your hair, so you can use the cheaper stuff. Now for your hair, how to grow care for high porosity hair, and also 11 of the best shampoos for use for color treated hair, the best leave-in conditioners for all curly hair. Man, I've always wished I had curly hair. The best hair straighteners of 2023. You know, if we got straight hair, we want curly hair. If we got curly hair, we want straight hair. We just can't be pleased. Also, under nails, you'll find this, 10 best dip powder nail kits, the 8 best nail design ideas, 5 best gel nail kits, how to apply press-on nails. I used to get my nails done. I quit doing that. First of all, I work outside and I work in the garden and all this kind of stuff. And so what was happening is the tips were just like breaking off. I was playing the piano at church one time, and it looks like Phil was watching me and he kind of got me tickled. But anyway, I was playing this really, really fast jazzy song. And so I did this, and one of my nail tips just went like that and fell down on the piano keys. And I looked to see if Phil was watching, and he wasn't. And it just almost ended. I almost died laughing. But I just can't have the nail tips, you know. And I've also noticed that I had thicker nails, and after doing the nail tips and that kind of thing, spam caller. So after doing the nail tips, they're not as thick as they used to be. So I need some tips on that. Any of you nail people, if you want to give me some tips, please do. I'll let you on the show and we'll talk about it. Okay, skin. They'll talk about the 11 best moisturizers for dry skin. Everything you need to know about skin cycling. Skin cycling. Okay, the 17 best zinc iodide sunscreens, and is Cervivate good? All you need to know. But there are all kinds of really, really good articles in here. Your guide to sun protection. Make sure you use SPF, okay? I don't want you to get skin cancer. Skin is the biggest organ we have, and in our bodies, on our bodies. And so I don't want to see you get that. I know some people I went to school with just laid out in the sun like relentlessly, and now they've got skin cancers and stuff like that. The 17 best products to use for acne-prone skin is another good one. And they've also got some makeup tips and tricks. And so we're going to dive into some of that stuff too. And things you can do that are not expensive at all. Thank you so much for watching The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, as well as Abundance Television found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Hope you have a great, great day. Check out the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net, and I'll be seeing you shortly with another show. Take care. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of The Edge on IACU Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications and Abundant Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire, and don't forget the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. Again, thank you so much for watching. We're going to be talking about home decorating today. You know, everybody has their own style. Don't let the professionals tell you what your style is. I still like popcorn ceiling. I just think it's really pretty, and we haven't gotten rid of any of that stuff, so it's still thrown all through the house. You know, we bought the farm my grandparents used to live in, and the farmhouse, and so we've been fixing that up, and it's an ongoing process. There's always something to do, but stick with your style. But there are some basics that you can go with as well. One of those would be your walls. If you can, just try to make those as neutral as possible. Use whites, maybe beiges. I use light grays and light blues all through my house, kind of a slate blue. It's calming, makes you think of the beach, you know, and that kind of thing. But we're going to talk a little bit about adding accessories and things like that from the pros, but always remember, you're the pro of your own house. I like to decorate with flowers. And so this is just a pot right here that I found at a yard sale right here, and it was a real weird funky looking color, and so I went on ahead and painted that, and I used a paint primer spray paint. It's Krylon. You can also get it at Amazon.com, and so anyway, that's how I just love this color. It's almost like a cobalt blue, so I'm using that. And then you can also decorate on the budget. So I wanted to tell you, you can't get much more budget friendly than this thing right here, made from tin cans. So what you have to do, I had another show earlier where actually I cut the rims off, and then you have to just make sure you have some really, really good snips. They need to be 10 snips, and I cut them up really pretty. So there you go. This is actually 2, and I've got it on a little stick kind of a thing. And so there are 2 different, I don't know if you can see the different, there's 2 different cans. Just be really careful when you're cutting, okay, because it really can get to your fingers. Okay, so my mother is a decorator with flowers, and I've always been told that you use odd numbers in flowers, and these are pretty big. So what I'm going to do, I think, is probably use 5 of these flowers. Now my focal point, this one right here, I put some blue color on the inside, if you can see that, and I also used some sparkles. And then I filled it in with resin. So it's real pretty. It's going to be good for the outdoors. Nothing's going to happen to it. But I want to decorate in the house. So let's just go ahead and stick one. I want the focal point to be this one, because it does have the blue right there in the center of it. Okay. Now, what we're going to do, since we're going to decorate with uneven colors, and you can just pop them in there and just do whatever you want to do, and you'll straighten them up as you go. So I have 4 more of the flowers. Now they're different colors on the inside. Now this one right here is has kind of a purpley looking color, so I wanted to show that one to you. And then this one, I like real funky weird stuff, so what I did is little pieces of metal. I just cut those up in tiny little pieces, and no set way to do it at all, just little pieces. And then I also filled the middle of it in with resin. So you can see how that turned out. And I do like this. Now, it did take longer to do this one because I had to cut these. And these are smaller, you can see. And they're two tin cans put together, okay? See, a little bit smaller than this one. So, because I like my things looking a little different. And then this one is the pink right here. And then I have some orange on this one, and I did use glitter in all of these. Now, when these are outside and the sun hits them, I'm going to tell you what, the sun just does incredible things to the glitter. And so anyway, it's just a very inexpensive way, and it's but I'm going to tell you, if you sell these, they're like 20 bucks a piece. So your markup on these are really good too. So if it's something you might want to think about doing, you need to go back and look at one of my other shows. This is where I'm showing you actually how to use this. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do, let's go ahead and put this one right here. You probably can't see because of the angle I'm in. And let's go ahead and put this one here over to the side. So you want to use odd numbers. So there we go, there's 3. And we could leave it just like that, Wouldn't be any problem whatsoever. But I want to add 2 more. So let's go ahead and stick this one, say like, let's put it right here. And you would need some styrofoam, by the way. I forgot to put styrofoam in it. But we'll just place it in here just so you can get a general idea of what it's like to work with odd numbers. Okay, and I'll put this one on the other side. See, I'm kind of making it directional as well. So look, just something simple like this. I've just used, don't throw tin cans away. Just go ahead and make a, see, there you go. What, something out of 10 cans turned out that nice. So don't be afraid to use your imagination. Use your creativity to this. I mean, there's no right, no wrong way to do it. It's your house, okay? So you do what you want to do. Okay, but let's go ahead and get started about sustainable choices. But what I wanted to do first of all is let you see a picture, and I found this. So if you're looking for the right opportunity to add style, you can add style to anything. I'm just telling you. You can go to thrift stores, and I really love this dining room table. You can build one of those. And I mean, they're really, really easy to do. I've watched Phil make one. As a matter of fact, he made one, a table out of a door, and I'm using that in my studio right now, which is pretty cool. And so if you're looking for the right opportunity, you found it right here. But let's go ahead and go to the next slide. And this one right here, consumers are becoming more mindful of choosing environmentally friendly options. And you can do that just with homemade items. But look at the ceiling up there. Do you know that that's made out of a paper product? It's a paper cardboard type product. It looks heavy, but that's something that you can use. And again, you're being friendly to the environment as well. And look at the table. You can get old barn wood and make a table like that as well. There are so many easy things you can do to make your house look like super, super good. And again, using your own style. But now notice the pastel colors they're using. So take a look at this right here. Okay, you've got the white walls, kind of an offish whitish. But now look at the contrast on the black. You can do this at your home, okay? You don't have to have $1 million house. So if you're looking for a change, just go with white walls. It looks like that shiplap. It is. Oh, by the way, Phil has uncovered some shiplap in this house, which is pretty cool. And people used to cover it up with sheetrock. But look at the contrast, because you see they're using 3 different colors right there, and it just makes it's classic. So you got the white walls, and then see around the windows, that's black. That would be pretty, so it adds some extra contrast. And then the color of the furniture, you're seeing the beigey looks right there. I think that's absolutely gorgeous. And also, the table, like I said right here, this is the barnyard look, and I really like that. I think that's a classic look. That's always going to be in style. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and read a couple of things for you right here I found. And by the way, this is from goodhousekeeping.com. Goodhousekeeping.com. They're talking about using saturated paint colors. So let's see what they mean by that, because I've never heard of that. We see a huge amount of saturated wall colors, particularly in the bathrooms. I think I've got a picture of that one as well. Did I take a picture of the bathroom? No, I don't think I did. I didn't do that one. Okay, I wish you could see this. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll just hold it up here for you to see. So look at the wall colors. That's the bathroom right there. Okay. Hard to see with the lighting the way it is. Particularly in bathrooms, clients realize that, especially kids, and then you've got your guest bathrooms like this one they recently renovated, taking a gorgeous shade of light blue and enveloping the wall, ceiling, and vanity is a really, really pretty thing. That's what I'm doing. Now, I like blue, I like baby blue, but not for my walls. So my particular color is kind of a slate blue. It's more blue though. So, and by the way, you can go to any paint center, and if you just found something out of a magazine and you really do like that color, if you'll take it to them, it's all computerized now, so they can go in ahead and just take that and somehow combine the colors, they match up colors, kind of like I do candles. And because there are 4 different main colors, and you just play with those. So let's just say you want a purple color, and you're looking for a particular purple. You can use red and blue together and just kind of play around with it just a little bit until you come up with the color that you like. Again, it's all about what you like to use. And I also wanted to mention this. I remember seeing plaster before in houses as well. So plaster is coming back. And that kind of makes me, it's kind of a Mediterranean look to me. So plaster is coming back, and it has a distinction. It actually sets it apart from the hard metal finishes, and it adds a real good quality to a space that clients are really responding to, they say these days. Now, if it's plaster, it's mostly made by hand, and clients are recognizing the value that adds. It's going to cost you a bit more now to do that as well. So I think that's a pretty look. And see how they have the white, using a lot of white. And this is also, you got to think about resale value. And see here they're using the whites again. And then they also, around the windows, they painted that a black. And it's just, it's just enough to have enough contrast to where it doesn't look boring. And then a pretty little chandelier right there over that table with the chairs. I just think that's beautiful. And I've always loved, see how that looks with the archway? I just always loved archways. I think they're really pretty. And they add a lot, absolutely. We got to go into a commercial break already. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's go ahead and go to a commercial break. We'll be right back in just a few minutes. So y'all hang in there, okay?
At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant.
Let Rhonda at Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC take the burden off you for all your tax needs. I know because Rhonda has been taking care of my business since 2013. I feel Rhonda works for me because she knows the direct questions to ask to better benefit my unique business in order for me to get back the biggest refund possible. Rhonda is an ongoing student, and she knows tax laws are in a constant change every year. Call 256-281-9903 for an appointment to take the dread out of getting your taxes done. Rhonda is located at 11968 U.S. Highway 431 in Boaz. Again, that number is 256-281-9903. And let Rhonda's Elite Tax LLC champion your personal and business taxes.
Hello, I'm Mike Lindell, and my employees and I want to thank each and every one of you for your continued support. With everything going on right now, your rest is so important. That's why we're having the biggest MyPillow sale ever. Not only are my bed pillows as low as $19.98, but you can get the best body pillows ever. Regular $89.98, now only $29.98. Take your rest on the go with our Roll and Go Anywhere MyPillows for only $14.98. And we have our new couch and accent pillows. They aren't just for looks. They have MyPillow's patented adjustable fill that gives you that amazing MyPillow comfort. In this economy, you get the best gifts ever for the best prices ever. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code and you get deep discounts on body, couch, bolster pillows, and so much more, including my original bed pillows for as low as $19.98. Please order now while quantities last.
Jeff McCurdy of the McCurdy Law Firm has been a public service of this area for over 10 years. McCurdy, a member of the Henniger City Council, serves as prosecutor for the town of Sylvania and was named public defender for the city of Rainsville. The McCurdy Law Firm is located at 17326 Alabama Highway 75 in Henniger to better represent his Jackson and DeKalb County clients. If you need to be represented by a true public servant with proven success, call Jeff at 256-996-8701 or send a private email to mccurdy.lawfirm@gmail.com. No representation is made that the legal services performed is greater than the legal services performed by other lawyers.
The Hatter Cafe and Country Inn is nestled in the northeast corner of Alabama the Beautiful in the delightful town of Mentone. We're located on top of scenic Lookout Mountain near Little River and DeSoto State Park and located only 5 minutes from shopping and restaurants. There is also a nearby community walking path and golf course. We welcome everyone through the doors and we are committed to outstanding service for all guests. At the Hatter Cafe and Country Inn, we invite people from all walks of life to come and get away from it all, enjoy the open spaces, treetop views, fresh, clean air, and experience Southern hospitality at its finest. We look forward to hosting you. To reserve a special event, or if you would love a special getaway at the Country Inn, you can call us at 256-634-2018. Donna's Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities. Okay, we are back. My name is Donna, and I'm your host of The Edge on ISC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire. You can also find us on our podcast, netnewsnetwork.net. I get to work with a lot of great talk show hosts, and they believe in really speaking the truth. So go ahead and take a look, not just at mine, but at everybody's. They do an awesome, awesome job. We're talking a bit about home decorating. And again, don't let people tell you what to do, okay? This is your choice. This is your home. So you decorate it the way you want to do it. And so, but there are some classics that you can just kind of work around. I like to take somebody's idea in decorating, but put my take into it. So I like bold colors, but I don't want the whole room to be bold. Like this color blue right here. I love this color. It's kind of a cobalt blue, but I don't want my walls to be that color. And this is just a vase that I picked up at a yard sale. I think it's probably $1 or something. And then I got the Krylon paint and painted it. And when you're going to paint something like this, I would use something that's a paint and a primer all in one. So I had these little flowers I made out of tin cans, and I like that blue that's right in the middle. See, it kind of picks up the blue here. And then just something else, just kind of tuck it in there. Now you'll want different size stems, which I didn't do. But anyway, just different little, you don't have to have everything blue. It can be just an arrangement of different colors. You just put the one in there if that's what you want to do. You don't have to add. Make it yours, okay? Make it your personality. But before we went into break, I was talking about the different wall colors. And I learned this from a good friend of mine who's been in real estate for a really long time. And she said, you know, you always want to decorate your home as if you're thinking about selling it someday, which I'm never going to sell this. And I thought about that because she came up and she bought a 100-year-old house in Oxford, Alabama. And so Miss Deathridge comes in. She wants to see what I've done after I've decorated. I actually bought it. She was my real estate agent. And she said, well, I want to see what you do now. And so I said, I'm going to paint this bedroom red and then have white highlights, you know, like white drapes, white bedspread, white, you know, like that. And she said, that's a good idea. I like that. She said, but you always want to be thinking about, what if I sell it? A lot of people don't like red. So the best thing to do, if let's say you painted your bedroom red, you decided you want to sell. Let's say you're in a huge house and you want to downsize. The economy is getting crazy, so you know people are just making all kinds of decisions now based on upsize, downsize, what I want to do. So I would have to go into that bedroom and paint it. And we did when I actually sold the house. Before I sold it, I went with Gladys's idea. And she said because it can be a turnoff, just the wrong color of a room. And so it was red. It wasn't a bright red, but it was just a really pretty matte kind of a red. So, and it took a couple of coats, okay, because I'm changing it from red to a white color, kind of an off-white color. And it made the room look bigger too. But it was a big room anyway. It was a 15 by 15, the 12-foot ceilings. And I loved that house. I'm going to tell you, it was just an amazing house. So I went on ahead and changed it back to white. And so I did notice that people were coming in imagining their house, what their house is going to look like. The next segment, we're going to talk about how to decorate your house if you're planning on moving. And we'll get a little bit more into that as well. So we talked about the plaster that people are going to now. It just makes me think Mediterranean, and I think that's a good look too. Now, if you're going to get plaster put on your walls and somebody's doing it for you, it's going to cost you more, okay, because it's very labor intensive. Because basically what you're doing is you're putting plaster over, say, over sheetrock. That's got to be textured, kind of like a ceiling, when you texture a ceiling. And then they put a paint over top of that, and it's not easy using a brush on a plaster, I'll tell you that right now. I've done that before. I had a plaster room at the Oxford house. And so let's also talk a little bit about adding just a little bit of glamour. You can add a little bit of glamour into your home just with a throw. And that's easy right there. People are really liking those micro luxury trends, and it focuses on decor made with plush, rich materials, and that kind of thing as well. Now, your house is your house, right? Okay, so we have, actually this could be like a third bedroom, I guess. It was a smaller house. We've had some rooms built on. But instead of a bedroom, when COVID hit, I have asthma, so I had to actually start working outside of my home. And so Phil said, let's just build you a studio. He said, we're going to build a bedroom anyway. And he said, just use that third bedroom as your studio. And I said, well, I'm going to need a lot of light, because I've just got to have that for the camera. And so here is the window. You can't see right here, but I've got a window here and a window here. And then I have lights against this wall, so I've got to have lots of lighting for the camera. And so I went on ahead and decorated this. You're always thinking of resale. So I decorated it, or feeling I could go into the great beyond, and Brad and Larissa could decide to come out of this house. And so I kind of went with trends I know Larissa likes. I know she likes blue. Both of us like baby blue. But I did kind of a slate blue looking color on the walls. And I think it turned out really nice. And then, now that's one feature wall. That's something else you could do, by the way. A feature wall adds depth. And that's whether you're using something like, you could use kind of like this real pretty paneling now that looks kind of like rock and block. You can do that on one wall. To me, my personality and the way I decorate, it would be too much to have it all for the rock walls. But I'm thinking a feature wall where it's rock or it's bricked, and then around would be the color wall. So I've used kind of for my feature wall, I just used a blue color. And then the other three walls are kind of a beigey looking color, because that also adds brightness into my studio. So let's talk about that. A lot of people have what they call listening rooms or music rooms, and I have a piano room. The baby grand is in it. That was my good deal on that baby grand too, by the way. And that thing's made out of oak. And Phil said, that's one piece of furniture you're not going to be able to move by yourself. Because if I decide I want to move furniture, I just do it, while he's not around. And I can't move it. I mean, that thing is heavy. It's made out of oak. But a lot of folks have music rooms or listening rooms, they call them. They've always, been converted that way, whether you've got guitars. I know I have a brother-in-law that he played guitar like crazy. He passed, but so he had an entire wall just featured with all of his different guitars, and it looked really cool too. He had a seating area in there. He liked to sing, so he had microphones set up. But it's a listening room, and you can maybe not even, you don't know how to play a guitar, nothing like that, but you can still have a listening room if you wanted to do that. Maybe you have a small room, you don't know what to do with it. It's just wow, it's too small for a bedroom. If I put a bed in there, it would have to be like a twin bed or something like that. make a music room out of it. Have it as your listening room, and have like CDs. You can have a record player in there. You know, the kids are using record players now, so you could do something like that. So let me show you this one right here. I think that's really pretty. And so see, this guy actually used guitars on his wall. He has CDs. He has right there a bit against his bookshelves. I don't know if you can actually see my mouse right here, but he has actually albums right there. You could have 8 tracks if you still have the old 8 tracks. And then his whole record player system right here. He has a couch right here. I think that's a pretty rug. So you don't have to put a lot of furniture in these rooms. So you could just put like a couch and maybe just a little table like he has over to the side, and a pretty rug. I think looks good. You know, a lot of folks are using those luxury tiles, and that's what that is right there, luxury tiles. And we've used this all throughout the house. And I'll have to tell you, as far as decorating, using luxury tiles, I'll get that out in just a second, is a real easy thing to do if you have an old house, because this house was actually built in 1938. It's been through damaging winds. It's been through a lot in its lifetime. And actually, there was an earthquake that happened years ago. I think it was in the late 90s, and it affected the house. And so some of the walls are not exactly even. The floors are not. Phil had to work on those ever since we've moved back. So if you have luxury tiles, those are very friendly to older homes. Plus, I like the way they hold up, because I'm worse than any kid when it comes to, I really am. I'm terrible when it comes to roughing up floors. So they're made really well, and I'm not being paid to say this, but they are really easy to put down. And generally what happens, we're fixing a closet room right now. It used to be a bathroom. Everything had to be taken out because there was, you know, a lot of rot in the wood and everything. So Phil had to completely redo that. And so Phil said, it's kind of small. You couldn't use it for anything but a bathroom. And I said, well, I really don't want this for a bathroom. I want it for a pantry room. So we're making a pantry room out of that. Walls, everything had to be taken out. So anyway, he's almost finished with it. You know, sometimes you can kind of hear him in the background working. He's doing something out in the garage right now. But anyway, make the home your home. And I like to do a lot of research, and I look on the internet for ideas on home decorating. And I like the ideas, but again, you don't have to, because let me tell you this, trends come and go. I remember when people were using purple countertops in their kitchen. I have a friend who spent a lot of money on purple granite, okay? And I was kind of looking at it thinking, okay, I mean, it looks good, but it was totally purple. Just a few veins were in it, and it's granite. Well, when purple goes out of style, I mean, there you're stuck with granite countertops that are purple. So then I had a friend who had a Coca-Cola kitchen, and she did the same thing. She used red granite. And so now since she tried to sell the house, and here's what the problem was. People were coming in looking at that red granite countertop going, oh, you know, like that. Well, it's too expensive just to redo. So if you're going to go with granite in the kitchen, go with something neutral. That's what we did. I went for the kind of this light. It's like a marble, and so it's kind of a lightish looking color. Has some veins in it. That's going to go with anything. I could paint the wall red if I want to do that, and it would still go with those countertops. So when you're changing out and you're going with color, again, that's something they tell you right here in the trends as well. Trends come and trends go. So make it your color, but try to let it be walls or maybe cushions. If it's your kitchen, it could be appliances. I love red appliances in the kitchen. I think they're pretty. I don't care if they're in style or not. But always thinking about resale value, okay? Do that as well. My name is Donna. We're going to have to call it a day. Thank you so much for watching The Edge on IC Radio, your source for news and entertainment. You can also find us on television, channel 182 on Charter Communications, and Abundance Television, which is found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you have a great, great day. Check out the podcast, netnewsnetwork.net.